Let's get right to breaking news. The FDA is meeting right now to make a decision on a COVID vaccine for young children.
Now, this is a live look at the meeting that's happening virtually right now, so they could give emergency authorization as early as today. The next step is the CDC. They're planning to meet next week. So if they endorse the Pfizer vaccine for kids, about 28 million children would be eligible, and vaccines could start going into the arms of 5 to 11-year-olds as soon as next week.
All right, let's take a live look at downtown Spokane right now and check in with meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. As we kick off this Tuesday morning, it is dry, but it sounds like a little bit of rain will move in and even some wind. So let's get outside to Jeremy. We stick you outside whenever there is conditions. So Jeremy, what's it like right now?
Right now, it's not too bad. I did see a couple of stray sprinkles a little earlier. I don't think that's going to stop, and I don't think that's going to be the full-on rain. But this morning, we are cloudy, we are cool, basically starting out the same as yesterday. We're around 43 degrees with a little bit of cloud cover. And today, we'll see that next round of energy move through. We'll talk what that means. But right now in Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint, you've got some light showers coming down, and it's going to be those scattered showers that take us into the day. And that comes with a bit of wind. Expect wind to pick up. We'll see sustained winds between 15 and 20 miles per hour, gusts up near 25 miles per hour. Down in the Palouse, out in central Washington, your gusts will be up near 35 later on today. That's as our jet kind of moves over toward us to these clouds, over the top of those clouds. And we are starting to see that work its way in. And what that's going to do is kind of squeeze some moisture out of the atmosphere over the top of us. We'll get that throughout the day, but more of it later on this afternoon and this evening. And it also is going to bring us a round of wind. So here comes some of that moisture. Notice it stays scattered in nature during the day. And then here comes that next wave of energy, wave of moisture, wave of wind. All that kind of works itself together. So we wind up seeing showers later on this afternoon and evening. That moves out. Wind picks up as the jet sets in place over the top of us. Strongest wind will be after the rain, so overnight and into early Wednesday before it winds up calming down with our weather pattern shifting back toward a drier one. So today, scattered showers, temps topping out near 50. Later on this afternoon and evening is when you can expect that more steady rain to move in.
A 14-year-old was arrested on Monday after bringing a gun to University High School in Spokane Valley.
Now, the Spokane County sheriffs were able to disarm the student before anyone was hurt, thankfully.
He looked scared for a minute, and then he was actually cooperating, which was very comforting.
Now, before calling the sheriff, school staff received information that a student did have a gun.
So this morning, Nicole Hernandez joining us now live to break down what exactly happened. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So right now I am live outside of University High School, and this school here was on lockdown yesterday as deputies actually went into a classroom to directly confront this student. So the student, according to the sheriff's office, actually did not know that the school had even called law enforcement. They said that the deputies decided telling him might escalate the situation. So a small team of deputies went into the classroom while the rest of the school was on lockdown. They then quickly isolated the suspect in the room while allowing other students and staff to leave. We talked with one student who was inside the classroom when deputies came through the door.
Everyone basically put their hands up because after the police had said for the one specific student to put their hands up, everyone kind of just put their hands up out of fear and shock.
Now, no students or staff were harmed during the incident. The 14-year-old was arrested, and now the district praised students for speaking up. And since the student was a minor, the sheriff's office says that they are not planning on releasing his name at this time. As for the students here at school, there will be counselors here on site to help out with anyone who's interested in talking or would like to talk about what happened yesterday. In Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
6:04 now, time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Crime Stoppers of the Inland Northwest are offering a reward for more information. The cash reward is for information about 29-year-old Kayla Holden. She's wanted for murder in connection with a fatal October 11th shooting. 37-year-old Allison Davis was killed. Spokane Valley police say Davis and the driver were approached by a man and a woman asking for a ride. Soon after, the woman pulled out a gun and there was a struggle before Davis was shot.
Pullman police are investigating after reports of 2 women being followed by a man over the weekend. Now, in the first case, the woman was followed by a car described as a blue 4-door Toyota sedan while walking her dog. In the second case, the man followed a woman into the laundry room of an apartment complex and grabbed her by the arm. The woman says she screamed and the man fled. Police are describing the suspect as a white man about 20 years old wearing a medical mask and a baseball hat.
The United Soccer League of Spokane is hosting their first community listening session today. President Cindy Wendell will be there while they discuss the team's crest, colors, and names for the men's professional team and women's elite team. Both will play in Spokane's new downtown stadium, set to open in 2023. The meeting is tonight at 5:30 at No Lie Brew House. They'll be out on the patio and get this free beer for you while you drink while trying to get creative. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Moving on now to today's top coronavirus headlines, we have an update on the number of state employees who are affected by Governor Inslee's vaccine mandate.
Almost 91% of employees have verified that they are vaccinated. Just over 3% of employees have received an accommodation, which brings the total number of state employees in compliance with the mandate to more than 94%. Almost 3% left their jobs or were terminated due to the mandate. The remaining 3% are pending action, which means they're in the process of being vaccinated, pending retirement, pending accommodation, or separation. The mayor of Spokane, along with the city council, plan to host a series of COVID funding discussions. The first will be today at North Central High School. Mayor Nadine Woodward says the open house will foster ideas on how to use the federal American Rescue Plan Act relief funds. She also says the funds will be used to speed up our pandemic recovery. Community members who wish to participate will be asked to view a short video orientation before moving to a series of tables to discuss ideas and topics in greater detail. Now, you're definitely going to want to stick around in our next half hour of news here on Up with KREM, as Mayor Woodward will join us live to discuss today's meeting. That will be at 6:40 this morning, right here on Up with KREM.
Still to come this morning on Up with KREM, we are learning more about the Boise Mall shooting that happened on Monday.